Mr. Platano Man 1989 here, and I'm just going to talk about TNA in this video. Now, last week's Impact was great, in my opinion. Of course, not every segment was. For the record, as much as I hate the governor, Daphne, she has a beautiful fucking ass. I'm sorry, I just had to get that off my chest. I want to see those ass, those buns, in some other kind of wardrobe and gimmick. Anyways, so the main event, I really was into it, and apparently a lot of people were, because TNA broke records last week, their own personal records, and they scored a 1.34, and most of the night the show was over 1.3, which is great, because they didn't, that's great. Not every segment had the stuff that you usually would think people are into, but everything scored over 1.3 except one segment, I believe. So that's great. Now, as for Sting and Mick Foley, at first I was not looking forward to this match. I knew that I would enjoy it when I'm watching it, but I wasn't looking forward to it at all. I didn't care for it. That has changed, because last Thursday I saw the direction that TNA is taking this feud, and it's not about the chair shot that happened at the pay-per-view. I thought that would be stupid if it was all about that. It's about Mick Foley trying to prove himself to Sting, to the rest of TNA, and us, the fans, the rest of the wrestling world, that he still has it, that he can still go, that he's, the same Mick Foley from the past. The way that Sting was saying that he's had enough, and pin him already, Kurt, give him a chance, it's fucking ridiculing him. It's making him look like some retarded man, bear, pig, guinea pig and shit that can't even walk or something. He's like, come on, give him a chance. Like, you know how degrading that shit would be if I'm in a fight with somebody and that person's friends are begging that guy to take it easy on me? I will get fucking pissed off. So it's like if Mick Foley's a joke to Sting, and Mick Foley wants to kick his ass for that and prove to everybody else. So that got me excited when I saw that direction, especially the promo Mick Foley cut at the end. He was like, do you really want to lock me up in a cage? It was great. Now, then I started thinking about, then I popped in some DVDs. Some ECW DVDs. And I was watching some promos from Mick from back in the day, some stuff there, and I started really to remember who Mick Foley was. I actually kind of fucking forgot. All these years of him playing that secondary role, I really kind of forgot who he was. So I'm watching the promo where he's in the fucking corner of that basement, whatever the fuck it was, and he's like, it hurts! It hurts! And I started getting more pumped up and more pumped up. And then I remember that Lockdown is so brilliantly taking place in Philadelphia, the home and heart of ECW. And I started thinking, wow, this crowd, if they behave that night, they're gonna be so fucking into this match if it's booked right, if everything goes well. And then there was some people complaining that it's stupid that they put it in a cage, that they should have some hardcore death match or all over the arena. All you really need is the psychology of the cage. There's so much you could do with that. And some of you guys are talking too soon. For all we know, they could change this match to the kind of match that Booker T and Samoa Joe had at Hard Justice, where there was weapons all over the place. It doesn't need that, but for all you know, it could still do it. And all it needs is the cage, in my opinion. And the legendary matchup. I don't know which referee is going to referee this, Rudy Charles or Earl Hebner. I would like to see Earl Hebner, just to give it that nostalgic, I don't know if I said the word right, I'm horrible with English. It'll give it that nostalgic feel to it, seeing Earl Hebner calling a match in Philadelphia between Sting and Mick Foley. This shit could really go down in fucking history. Now, expect Mick Foley to take some fucking bumps and get his ass beaten the shit out of, which the crowd would love, everybody would love. It's going to be a pretty intense main event. Legendary. Now, as for this Donnie Bonaducci shit going on, a lot of people are pissed off, cutting themselves, jumping off roofs. It's all over the news. Listen, I will defend TNA a little bit in this. We all know why they do this. Russo likes that stupid, celebrity publicity stunt type shit because he thinks he'll bring in fans, and I'm not a big fan of it, just like you guys. But the truth is that this is the best they've done in recent times with these type of stunts. I mean, Pac-Man Jones, he was the fucking tag team champion, and he couldn't even wrestle. Sarah Palin, what the fuck? Her party didn't even win. Why would we want to see a fucking double? You know, these stupid publicity stuff, I really do fucking hate them. But this one is actually being built up right, and it's going to be confined into its own little match, its own little segment. It's not going to be the main attraction of the show. And some people say that those others weren't either, but they made him the champ. And they put this stupid Palin every week in our show. This is only gonna be for the build-up of Lockdown and the actual event, and there's a lot of people in that crowd that will be into it. There's a lot of people on his radio show that are probably gonna tune in to see what happened or be excited to hear what happened afterwards on his show after the event. And I was fucking scared they was gonna put him in the Lethal Lockdown match. So all I'm saying is, as bad as this may look from the first start of it, remember that it could have been a lot fucking worse. He could have been in the main event or something. It's just going to be him versus Eric Young. And this is great, the build up for it, because I saw the 20-minute video. And Eric Young is upset. Eric Young is pissed off. Eric Young wants to kick his ass because Eric Young can't believe that on one of the biggest shows of the year, he has to... This is what his career has gotten to. That he has to wrestle someone that's not even a wrestler. And I think that's great, because that's what all of us are thinking. So I'm looking forward to that match as well. It's going to be confined into its own little segment. If you don't like it, take a bathroom break. It's not going to be shoved down our throats like Pac-Man being the tag champions. Alright, now as for TNA, I want to talk about TNA's growth. Some people think that TNA is stuck and they're never going to grow. Your opinion of the product is different from the product actually growing or the company actually growing. You could say that TNA hasn't been good in years, but the truth is that the rest of there's a portion of the public that disagrees with you because they just got their highest rating last week. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you can't say that all of their ideas are pieces of shit if their ratings are finally going up. So all I'm gonna say is that this whole growth thing it takes time. It really does. Just 3 years ago, TNA did not run house shows. They did all their events from Orlando. They did not have a primetime deal. Their media outlet was like a website that probably had like a graphic and a couple texts. They're growing. Just look at, I'm looking at the fucking house show schedule here. It's crazy. People used to come to TNA to avoid these house shows schedules, and the schedules in TNA are actually pretty fucking hectic now. Look, we got March 26th, March 27th, March 28th, April 3rd, April 4th, then April 17th, April 19th is Lockdown, April 24th, and that's after 2 tapings, April 24th, 25th, 26th, 30th, May 1st, May 2nd, May 3rd, and these aren't in the same state. I can tell you that right now. We got San Diego, Minnesota, Iowa, and then back to Los Angeles, no, Louisiana, New York. They're going all over the fucking world. And I've been to these house shows, and they deliver, yo. Some people have said that the quality of them have gone down. I've heard True Slater say that a couple times, but the ones I went to in February and September of last year, them shits were fucking crazy. Every single second of it had that impact. So, my point is, let's see TNA in 2 years. Maybe they'll have 2 shows. Their roster will be much fucking bigger. Maybe it'll consist of the Future, since most of the time it's going to retire or leave. Maybe they'll have HD everything. It's just, maybe all their pay-per-views will be on the road. There's just a lot of stuff for TNA to still expand to. There's so much stuff they haven't even touched on yet. So just be patient with that. I mean, I don't expect you to be patient because it's your opinion, but just try to understand that the growing process is not over. This year we got Bound for Glory 5, and I know you guys are thinking that's in October, but I hope it's in fucking New York for nostalgic reasons. And Bound for Glory 5 in New York, if it gets up to a Bound for Glory 15, they could say Bound for Glory 5 was in New York. Like, it would just put that shit in history. Anyways, Mr. Platano Man, 1989.